Hello and welcome to Big Book Cards unboxing video of the latest Cardfight Vanguard set, G-BT08 Absolute Judgment. My name's Simon and I'll be doing the unboxing today. So, as you may have just noticed, it's not James doing the unboxing today, he's currently on holiday in Japan. I know, lucky man. So, unfortunately you're stuck with me doing this box opening, and the last time I did a box opening for Cardfight on my own was G-BT05. And I will confess I've not really been keeping up with Cardfight because there are so many game systems that I cover, I can't possibly do them all. So, unfortunately, you're going to have to sit through me opening this up, pointing out the very shiny cards and mispronouncing everything and not having a clue really what the set truly does. So, forgive me if I get things horribly wrong. So, G-BT08, as far as I'm aware, contains support for some of the older bosses. Asher, Harry, Night Rose, Shakarat, I think. Like I said, forgive me, I'm wrong. However, the set does contain support for Dark Irregulars, Genesis, who haven't been around for like, what, 4 sets now? Gold Paladin, Grand Blue, Link Joker, my favourites, Neo Nectar, Pale Moon, Royal Paladins, and of course Grey Elementals pop up as well. So, what I'm going to do is just open them up. Apart from the shiny cards, I'm going to point out any cards that look interesting to me, because like I said, unfortunately I don't really know anything about the set. Summer's Hype, Flower Maiden, Majuka? Oh god, I'm going to butcher all the names as well, I'm so sorry. So, grade 3 for Neo Nectar, Vanguard ability once per turn, Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1, when your rear guard with the Bloom ability is chosen by your opponent's card effect, you may pay the cost to draw a card. And it has Bloom. When your other Summer's Hype Flower Maiden is placed on rearguard, choose one of your other units. Until end of turn it gets plus 3k, and if that unit is named Sunwheel Maiden Ronnie, it gets auto rearguard when it attacks and hits a Vanguard, draw a card, and soul charge one. It's pretty alright to me. Yeah, the Bloom ability just feeding into what Neo Nectar does, which is spamming the field as far as I remember. Ooh, he looks cool. Star Vader. Gemingar Dragon. Well, it looks very humanoid for a dragon. So you got another... I'm not going to go through every single one, don't worry. Secret Elsing. So I'm going to point this one out though, because this is Genesis's new keyword, Revelation. So when it's placed on the specified circle, in this case Vanguard, look at the top card of your deck and you can put it into your soul. If you do, rest one of your rear guards though. Belly shoot, you know what's on top of the deck. And it's a Guardian, and when you use its ability to guard, choose any number of cards from your soul and put them into the drop zone. Call the same number of cards as the number of cards is put into your drop zone with this effect from the top of your deck to Guardian. So it's sort of pseudo quintet wall, I guess, although possibly less, depending. I like a deleter. A Firefox. Who doesn't like that? Good browser. Nightmare Doll Claris. This is support for the Nightmare Doll archetype for Pale Moon. So it's a grade 1, and at the beginning of the guard step of the battle that your Vanguard with Nightmare Doll and its name is attacked, you may move this unit to Guardian. Well, that's called an intercept ability. And when this unit is put into the drop zone from Guardian, if you have a Nightmare Doll Vanguard, put this card into your soul. Oh, cool, so you get to guard with it and put it into your soul, so more indiscriminate soul feeding. I suppose it's not indiscriminate, that's Dark Irregulars. Power Moon tends to be precise soul feeding. Oh, cool. Carl the Ghosty. Sweet. So, we have another rare. Boulder Feta Gajol. A grade 2 for Genesis with the Revelation ability. And Generation Break 1, Counterpass 1, when it's placed on rearguard, if you have a Vanguard with Fenrir in its name, pay that cost, and until end of turn it gets plus 4k, and auto, once per turn, Soul Blast 3, when it attacks you may pay the cost to draw a card. That's a really steep cost to draw a card. I know it's Genesis and Soul and everything, but it still seems really steep to me. So, another rare, Punishment Deleter, Gyron. So I'm more of a Star Vader guy rather than deleters, because look at him, it looks horrifying. So grade 2, continuous rearguard, it gets plus 1k for each face down card in your opponent's bind zone. So it could be quite a nice grade 2, but you need that buff because he's only starting at 7k. And at the end of the battle that your Vanguard with Deleter in its name is attacked to Vanguard, your opponent chooses a card from their drop zone and binds it face down. Vanish Delete. Oh, that's pretty cool. Feeds itself, basically. That's cool, look at him. Bitter Gourd in Chanpuru. Yep, he's amazing. Your stomach is empty, then you should eat me. I'm moving on from that card. So, oh, it's a rabbit with a stick. Another rare, Night of the Remaining Sun, Henrinus. Let's go for that. So, grade 2 for Gold Paladins. Auto, Generation Break 1, Counterpass 1, and Soul Charge 1. Soul Blast 1. When it's placed on rearguard, you may pay the cost, look at 3 cards from top of the deck, search for 1, call it to rearguard, put the rest on the bottom, and if you have a Gurgwit in its card name on your Vanguard, the unit called with this effect, and this unit get plus 3k. So again, as far as I remember, more of what Gold Paladin 2 and just supporting big old nasty Gurgwit. I believe is a fan favourite. So, let's flick through. Ooh, we have a double rare. Holy Mage Lavinia. So this is a Gold Paladin Sentinel. So I'm still, because I get confused now between everything having all these shiny abilities. So, choose a card from your hand, discard it, they can be hit. Oh, so it's a perfect guard with the Unite keyword. And when it's placed from rear guard from deck, pay the cost, and the end of turn, return this unit to your hand. Which, you know, you can't complain about that, can you? If you accidentally call it out, you still get to keep it as a perfect guard. Yeah, so I quickly get confused about which ones are perfect guards and which ones are quintets and which ones are pseudo quintets, I guess is the word to put. Great Elemental, Rain Elemental Pigeon. It's a grade 2, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1 till end of turn. All the units in the same combat this unit lose resist and cannot gain resist. Oh, that's cool. It's a bit of a meta card. Another rare, Sunwheel Maiden Rooney. So this is one we saw in part of the combo earlier, which has the bloom ability, and also during the deck whilst it's in the deck, it's regarded as Summer's Height Flower Maiden Majuka. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Also to note, this packaging, considering the month this set's releasing, it's very Halloween themed, isn't it? The black and the orange. I wonder if they did that on purpose. So, cool, Cody the Ghosty. They're already running with that Ghosty theme, aren't they? Night of Flight Devious. So this is a Royal Paladin, grade 2. And continuous rearguard during your turn, this unit gets plus 1k for each of your other units with the Brave ability. So what you're looking at, maximum plus 5k there, so 14k grade 2. It's pretty good, as far as I'm aware. And Act rearguard once per turn, Generation Break 1 Brave, and it gets plus 2k, and at the end of your turn, choose one of your other rearguards with Brave, and you return it to hand. Again, that's good for something, say, like Perfect Guards and things like that have been called, or something with an Enter the Field effect. So, we have single out Star Vader Infinite Distarve. That should have been Infinite Disarray. That would have been a really cool name then. So, it's a grade 3 with good old Limit Break 4. When its attack hits a Vanguard, choose it to one of your Star Vader Infinite Zero Dragons on rearguard, bind it face up, and ride that card as stud. If you rode a card, choose a rearguard from your opponent's front row and back row and lock them. Ooh, I'm liking. And rearguard is Counterblast 2 and choose a card from your hand to discard. And when its attack hits, if you have Infinite Zero Dragon on your Vanguard, pay the cost to bind this unit face up and ride that card as stud. It's really cool. I like that. I know it's a single round. It's not amazing, but I like locking my opponents down. So we have another single R. Praised Evil Tamer, OReilly. I'm so sorry. Grade 3 for Power Moon. Has the Magia keyword. You get to choose a grade 1 or less card with the Magia ability from your soul. Call it to rearguard, and at the end of the turn, put the unit with this effect into your soul. Very classic Power Moon. And Auto Generation Break 1. When it's placed on rearguard from your soul, it gets plus 2k until end of turn, and if this unit was placed due to the effect of a Magia ability, it gets plus 2k until end of turn. So making it a 15k grade 3 rearguard, which nothing to be sniffled at, I don't think. Then again, I've seen some crazy numbers floating around recently. Ooh, we have a double R, one of the GGuardians. So this is for the Royal Paladins, Vivid Sacred Staff, Andragius. Grade 4 everything, GGuardian, and when you call it, if you have 2 or more grade 2 rear guards, it gets plus 10,000 shield, so 25k shielding basically. Nearly halfway through the box, we've only seen 2 double R's, unless my poor eyesight has missed them. Means the second half should be fairly exciting, I think. So So we have another single R. Great Skipper, Supreme Solga, bit Grand Blue love. I remember being woefully underloved back when I was playing this majorly. So, grade 3 with the Hollow ability. And continuous rearguard, generation break 1. The number of cards with the hollow ability in your drop zone is 4 or more, it gets plus 2k, and if the unit's hollowed, this unit gets plus 2k. Ooh, bit of buffing. Auto, put 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop zone when it's placed on Vanguard or rearguard, and if you do, it gets plus 2k until the end of turn. So you see now that actually that 15k grade 3 is becoming a bit more of a standard number to have. Shame. So he had a cool mask. Another single R, Knight of Persistence, Full Genius. So grade 3 for Royal Paladins, I had a lot of Royal Paladins. Auto Vanguard, Generation Break 1 Brave. When it attacks Vanguard, it gets plus 5k for each of your grade 2 rear guards until end of battle. And auto, choose a card from your hand and discard it. When it's placed on Vanguard, to pay the cost to search your deck for up to 1 grade 2, call its rear guard, shuffle the deck, and if that unit has the Brave ability, at the end of the turn, you may return that unit to your hand. So, again, just more calling, which is what Paladins love to do. Although I did think it's more of a Gold Paladin thing. That is such a fluffy little doggy. Marangale. Oh, cute. Singular, Reversal Star Vader Nobelium. I'm going to guess this is a pseudo quintet wall. If you have a Star Vader Vanguard, pay the cost, call 5 cards from the top of the deck. Yeah. But if the attack did not hit, your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and locks it. So, yeah, quintets, which I've never liked. But you get to lock them afterwards, which actually makes that card worth considering, in my opinion. But, like I said, out of date a bit. Another lovely card. Ooh, we have an SP Neo Nectar. Ooh. Flower Princess of Autumn Scenery Verna. Ooh, beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful full art there. Really glad they started doing the SPs and stuff in full art, because it just makes them so pretty. So she's a G-Guardian, and when she's placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards, and this unit gets plus 5k defense for each of your other units with the same card name as that unit until the end of that battle. So pretty. You get a special place there. Actually, we'll move these down a bit. You can have a special place there. So we're on to the second half of the box now. We have an SP. I cannot complain about that. We should see a couple more double R's. He says, Blinga double R, Great Witch, Doctor of Banquets, Nigra Lily. So, grade 4 obviously for Grand Blue. And its ability, when you've called it, is when it's placed on Guardian Circle, you have to count blast 1 and choose one of your rear guards and retire it. To choose up to 1 normal unit with Ghosty in its card name from your drop zone, call it to an open rear guard, and then get plus 10k shielding until the end of that battle. Plus 10k shieldings have already been handed out, aren't they? So, next pack. Let's see if we get some more Ghosty love. Triple R, beautiful. Carnivorous Megatrick Piranha. So this is for the Pale Moons. She's still not as good as Best Girl for Pale Moon, but still. Anyway, grade 4. Wow, this is a wall of text. So Stride, Magia, Act, Vanguard. Once per turn, card blast 1. Choose a face down card from G zone. Turn it face up. Oh, my G Blast ability. And then choose a card from your hand and put it into your soul. Choose up to the same number of cards with the magic ability from your soul as the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone. Call them separate rear guards, and at the end of that turn, if the number of face-up cards named Carnivorous Megatrick Piranha in your G-Zone is 1 or less, put the units called with this effect into your soul, and if it's 2 or more, choose any number of units called with this effect and put them into your soul. Whew! So, pretty cool. She's doing exactly what Power want to do, which is the calling from the soul, but you get the choice if you play more than one of which ones go back. Pretty cool. So let's have a look, see what we get here. Ghosty. Ice Crest Goddess Savava. So it's a grade 3 for Genesis with Revelation, and once per turn, Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 3 normal units. This unit gets plus 5k until end of turn, and if it is on Vanguard, draw a card. Fairly ability from what I can see, sadly. Ooh, more Mr. Dragon, not a dragon. Firefox. Singular, Edge in the Darkness. Dark Irregulars. So, anytime and run from anywhere, the Dark Blade takes aim at that life. That's a really weird flavor text. So it's a grade 1. with continuous rearguard, Generation Break 1 Darkness ability, Darkness keyword, and continuous from rearguard. In the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, it gets plus 3k, making it a 10k grade 1. And from rearguard, if the number of cards in your soul is 10 or more, this unit gains intercept, and this unit can intercept from the back row. Huh, that makes him really nice and versatile Dark Irregular. I don't know how well he'd fit into decks, but my instinct is to say that he'll go quite nicely. So here we have another triple R, Glands and Vampire. See, I swear Bushy would have just made a typo with still Vampire and are just running with it now. So it's grade 3 for Dark Irregulars. So first ability is Generation Break 1 Darkness. At the end of your turn, if the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, pay that cost to draw a card. If the number of cards in soul is 15 or more, countercharge 1, choose one of your opponent's rearguards and retire it. And he has auto counterblast 1 when it's placed on Vanguard or rearguard. Pay the cost to look at 5 cards from the top of the deck, search for up to 5 cards of the Darkness ability from among them, put them into your soul, put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order, and it gets plus 1k for each card put into your soul with this effect until end of turn. Whew. Retiring and buffing. Boom. You know, does what it says on the very long-winded tin. So, let's see what else we're going to get. That's very shiny. That's another triple R. That's our 3 triple Rs probably for the box. Blazing Sword Fides, who kind of reminds me of a Zelda character. I can't remember her name. I suppose it's just the cheek. I suppose it's just the blue and the white scarf. Anyway, it's a Royal Paladin grade 4 Stride. An act, Vanguard, once per turn, choose a face-down card from G-Zone to G-Blast and choose a card from hand and discard it. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card called rearguard, shuffle the deck, and if it has Brave, draw a card, and until end of turn, this unit gets Auto Vanguard, Generation Break 3. Brave, when it attacks, if you have a face-up card named Blazing Sword Fides in your G-Zone, choose one of your opponent's rearguards, retire it, choose up to 2 of your units, and they get plus 5k until end of turn. So a bit of a retiring effect coming from the Royal Paladins there, but you also get a nice little friendly buff on top of that, just to make it that extra bit guarding for your opponents. Because you know, we have to be nice and fair, don't we? Well, back to a single rare, Sterling Jewel Knight Estelle. So a bit of Jewel Knight love here for the Royal Paladins. It's a grade 1, and it's pseudo quintet. If you have a Vanguard with Jewel Knight in its name, call the same number of cards as the other units with Jewel Knight in its card name from the top of your deck to Guardian. Yeah, so it's sort of like a pseudo quintet. You're just calling X amount rather than a guaranteed 5. So it's going to be good and bad. More ghosties. Big birdie. Warden of Avarice. Airy. So grade 2 for Neo Nectar. Act from rearguard once per turn, counterblast 1. And if you have grade 3 or greater with Avarice in its name, this unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. Choose one of your other rearguards, and that unit will also be regarded as a unit with the same card name as this unit until end of turn. I think that's really useful for Neo Nectar. Auto rearguard, choose a card from your drop zone and put it on the bottom of your deck. When its attack hits a Vanguard, you can pay that cost to look at 5 cards from the top of the deck, search for one with Avarice in its name, reveal it, put your hand, shuffle the deck. So yeah, this is just pure Avarice support there, and then with the cloning ability as well. Ooh, cool, big line thing. Ooh, double R, Rampage Shade, so crit trigger for Grand Blue. Very shiny. I do like the hollow foiling effect. Auto rearguard, put this unit into your soul. In your Vanguard attacks, if you have a Vanguard with Night Rose in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, you can draw a card, choose one of your Vanguards and give it plus 5k. And you get to drop it into the soul. Yeah, it's not bad if your critical triggers ended up on the field. Get a bit of draw and get a bit of a buff. So, single R, Knight of Morning Light Horser. So this is for the Gold Paladins. It's a grade 1, 7k with auto from rearguard, Generation Break 1 Unite. When your other unit is placed on rearguard, choose one of your other units in the same column as this one, and this and that unit get plus 2k until the end of turn. So 4k buff handed out on the nothing to sniffle at, although the extra 1k would have been useful. And we have a double R, Succubus of Avarice. And there's a certain other card game that doesn't like cards with Avarice in their name. So, grade 1 for Dark Irregulars, it's a Sentinel. It's a perfect guard. and it has Darkness. Generation Break 1 Darkness from the Soul. Choose one of your grade 1 or less rearguards and retire it to return this card to your hand. That's really good if it has accidentally been thrown into the soul using indiscriminate soul charging. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. If you accidentally milled it into your own soul, yeah, you have to drop a grade 1 and retire it, but still, get a perfect card back out of your soul. Something that always haunted me. So you have Demonted Executioner. For the Dark Irregulars, it's a grade 2, 9k, and it has from rearguard, once per turn, Darkness. Counterblast 1, if the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, it gets plus 2k until end of turn. If it's 10 or more, it gets plus 3k until end of turn. And when it's placed on rearguard, look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, search for up to 1 with Darkness from amongst them, put it into your soul and shuffle your deck. Huh, so you can actually put the Succubus of Avarice in there. Okay, penultimate packs. Penultimate pack. Can we get an SP pack? We've already had an SP in the box, so pretty much no, but still, one can live in hope. Bulwark of Avarice, Sentinel? Oh god, I'm so sorry for these name butchers. So again, this is Pseudo Quintet. Counterblast 1 when you play it. As long as you have a Vanguard with Avarice in its card name. You get to call 5 cards from the top of a deck to Guardian. Choose a Guardian with the same card name as a unit on Vanguard or Rearguard from the Guardian's call with this effect. You may return it to your hand. So you get to get a card back. So I'm going to guess this is a single R card and not an SP pack. Yep, there's a Ghosty on top. And the final card was a Barking Dragon Tamer. So it's a grade 3 Pale Moon, sorry. Also, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and use a card from your hand to discard it when it's placed on Vanguard. If you do retire all of your rearguards, your opponent chooses the same number of his or her rearguards as the number of your rearguards retired with this effect and retires them as well. And until end of turn, this unit gets plus 1k for each unit retired with this effect, and you cannot normal call, which isn't too bad of a problem for Pale Moon. Actually, it's a really cool card to finish on, because I think that sounds very strong to me, because of the amount of soul calling you can do. It doesn't have the, is it the Magia, or the Magia keyword, but still, that's a really cool ability. I like that. Well, there we go. That is my unboxing of G-BT08 Absolute Judgment. Unfortunately, I can't really comment on the set overall as a whole too much. I like that they're doing support, but Shredder's supporting some of the older bosses. I think that's a really good move, and it does encourage me to want to look at getting back into playing this on a more regular basis rather than ad hocly as I do now. Especially with the Link Joker stuff coming back. Who doesn't like that? And again, that last card is actually really sort of, ooh, that's a really cool ability. I'm sure someone will point out how terrible it is, but still, I like it. So yeah, but no, I mean, pool-wise is pretty good. We've got 3 triple R's there. That's not too bad. We've pulled 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we've only pulled 5 double R's. That's a little bit low for what's usually in the box. Everything else is a single R. Let me just double check I wasn't being a fool and missed one. No, everything else is single R. However, in return for those few double R's, we did get an SP. It's very pretty. So, there we go. That's everything from my box art. So if you have any thoughts or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you'd like James to redo this video where he can actually provide you with information, feel free to say below in the comments. Other than that, I hope you have enjoyed watching. Remember to like and subscribe, check out our other Cardfight unboxings, and I'll see you next time. Bye.